Hot Cross Buns. Hot Cross Buns. It's almost Easter and I can't think of anything more Eastery to make than these sweet, sweet buns. That's exactly what these are. They're spiced sweet buns. And inside there's some raisins. On top, you make a cross. It's either baked in or with some icing. And I'm gonna guess that the cross represents the crucifixion of Christ. Good Friday. Don't know for sure, I'm gonna go check. Yes, it does. I'm excited to make hot cross buns. In terms of ingredients, we're not looking at anything too out of the ordinary. It's all pretty straightforward stuff. Butter, flour, milk, eggs, sugar, cinnamon, salt, ground nutmeg, packet of yeast, and of course, everyone's favorite, raisins. My voice is a bit nasally. I do have a cold. I'm hoping these hot cross buns can just snap me out of it. Raisins in a bowl and add some boiling hot water. Put this aside. Get yourself a thermometer, heat up some milk, add said thermometer into said milk. You want a temperature of between 95 and 115. This milk is hot enough. Let's add a little bit of sugar into that milk. Active dry yeast into the milk. Let's give that a nice little stir. 10 minutes. In a large mixing bowl, add some very warm milk and some sugar, a little bit of salt, and some softened butter. Stir this until the butter is melted. Parfait. 2 beaten eggs, proofed yeast mixture, cinnamon, pinch of nutmeg. Add your flour 1 cup at a time. Give it a mix, add some more flour, give it a good mix. Add some more flour, give it a mix till a soft dough forms. I should probably explain to you what just happened, but I don't even really know, to be honest with you. I was mixing the dough together with a wooden spoon and I realized that it wasn't coming together. It was too runny, it was too sticky, it wasn't forming into a ball. I put the dough onto the floured work surface, tried to knead it together. Instead of doing that, it made it into a huge mess. Shit. So I cleaned it all up, put it back into a bowl, and that's when it dawned on me that, hey, I just bought a new egg beater. I completely forgot I had this dough hook on my electric mixer. So I'm just gonna use that. Still not really coming together. So I add a little flour, mix it together, add a little flour, mix it together. Like, oh, you know what? I'll put it onto the floured work surface. This dough is tremendously sticky. I think I'm just gonna knead it by hand. See if that works better. Needless to say, after 10 more minutes of kneading, let's drain the super fun raisins. Let's add our raisins to our dough. Fold it over again. Raisins are now officially in the dough. Nice round raisiny dough. So that's what happened. A little bit of butter and I'm just gonna give this bowl a nice little butter bath. Add your ball to the bowl. So this needs to double in size. Put a kitchen towel over top. And this needs to hang out in a warm, dry place. Like that oven. Dun, 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 dun. Not bad, not bad. You can poke it and maintains its shape. Flour your work surface, dump the bowl. Flatten it out. Oh, let's get a cutting board over here. Flatten this up. Divide it into 12 pieces. Now with each one of these pieces, I'm gonna round. That's not 12. Now on a lightly floured work surface, I'm gonna take one of my pieces of dough and I'm gonna roll it up with my palm, like so. Let's add our 12 dough spheres to the baking tray with parchment paper. Cover with a kitchen towel. We're gonna let this sit here. We're gonna allow that dough to rise even more 45 minutes to half an hour. While we're waiting for that to rise, I'm gonna make the paste for the crosses. Originally what I was gonna do is make some icing, and then I was gonna pipe the icing on top of the buns after they've already been baked. Now I just found out that that's kind of cheating. You gotta bake the cross in. And for that, I'm gonna make a paste. Flour, sugar, milk, and water. Let's give this a good mix until it's wet. It needs to be thin enough that you can put it into a piping bag and it's gonna come out. I'm gonna add a little more water. Wet paste. Got myself a piping bag with a round nozzle. Put this paste into the piping bag. After half an hour, pipe the crosses on top. Can't explain to you how much I hate piping bags. I hate them so effing much. Oh, you son of a bitch. You motherfucker. Using a piping bag is such a miserable experience for me. So when I have to use one of these things, I try to use it properly and it always comes out this other end. And then it goes all over your hands, goes all over the piping bag. It's all very sticky. So now I gotta spend another 15 minutes cleaning up this shit. We find ourselves over at the stovetop with a saucepan on medium heat. We're gonna be making the glaze. Combine sugar and water until the sugar has dissolved and the mixture has thickened. Oven's preheated to 225 degrees Celsius. I'm gonna bake these in the oven for 15 minutes until they're golden brown. I'm not thrilled with my cross work. The cross work needs work, but I just got too damn frustrated with that piping bag that I can't even get into that right now. Let's throw this in the oven. 15 minutes. That piping bag. Take them out and put them on a baking rack. They need to cool. Now after a few minutes, you want to take your glaze and you're just going to brush it on top. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns. It's a tasty little Easter treat. It's a bun, only sweet. And it's got a cross on it. That's the closest I could get to a cross. There's several other examples that don't resemble a cross at all. What the hell is that? I had considered redoing them. The bun looks like a bun, tastes like a bun. It's a well-made bun. It's just that design on the top. What can you do? Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Very much appreciate it, as always. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you can head on over to Instagram and give me a follow. Tag me if you make anything that I've made in the past. See you soon.